What's up, guys? So we got back from that track yesterday, the indoor track. We had a blast over there yesterday. And this is one of the cars that we took. Now, a lot of you guys are probably not familiar with this car. And actually, I wasn't either. My son got this for a birthday present. His uncle bought this on Amazon and sent it to him. And I was at work and I saw him playing around with this car and actually on our Arlo cameras. And I was like, what car is that? We don't have a yellow car. And I got home and looked it up on Amazon, and for sure, you know, it was a DeeRC, which I never heard of. It's a model 9201. So it comes in this box. It comes with the instruction manual, color instruction manual with all the parts and everything in the back. So if you break parts, you know, you got part numbers and everything. So anyway, decent little manual. The transmitter it comes with it is it's pretty cheap. You know, it's fast and furious, right? But it's 2.4 gigahertz, and it does the job. It's nothing special, but it does do the job. It has your trim for your steering, and it has your speed switch here, so you can turn the speed up and down, which is kind of nice. But cheap controller, but you know, for $100, that's what you get. And it does come with some spare parts, some spare clips, some spare screws, typical T-wrench, a high quality screwdriver, and a brush. Everybody needs a detail brush. So anyway, it comes with all that good stuff. Here's the car itself. It does come with this tire that's on the back, but we take it off because with that tire, the thing just bounces around too much. That thing actually is pretty heavy, actually. So we took that off. We don't run it with the tire on there, but cool looking little body. It's got some lights on it. So every RC car needs lights, right? But they're pretty cool. We run this at night, and it does give it kind of a cool effect at night to play around with it with the lights on. So body's pretty cool. It's taken a beating so far and is in pretty good shape. I think some of these come with two bodies. This one, for some reason, did not. It just came with one. But pretty decent little looking body. I kind of like the look of it myself. The car itself is a 1/10 scale. It is four-wheel drive, and it has an all-in-one ESC receiver. It comes with a 540 motor, and unfortunately it comes with a 5-wire servo, so it's a little bit funny the way it operates, but it is proportional, so it does work okay. It's a little slow, but for $100, that's about what you're going to get. It does have oil-filled shocks on it. There's no piston in them or anything, so I took the oil out of them that came in it. I think it was like 90 weight oil. It had a really strong oil smell to it. I'm pretty sure it was 80-90 weight diff oil for like a car or something, or a truck. But I took that out of there and I put 60,000 diff oil, RC silicone diff oil in there, and it really helped the shocks quite a bit. And they actually kind of do feel a little bit like a damper as opposed to just a pogo spring shock. So if you get one of these cars, you might want to either change the shocks out or just go ahead and throw some really thick diff oil in those. So we ran this thing all day yesterday, and I tell you what, I was really impressed with it. It's fairly fast. It's just as fast as, say, the Plasma Edge that we run. It's extremely quiet. I mean, you can't hardly even hear this thing when it runs. It did want a traction roll on the carpet track, but that's to be expected with these big rubber tires. But as long as you control the throttle in the corners, you had no problem controlling this thing around the track. It's all the plastic that it's made of is very flexible. Be aware that it does have a lot of flashing on it. So like on this side, I cut it off. I was getting ready to trim this off because yesterday at the track, noticed that, you know, you could scrape your hand or maybe even possibly cut your hand on that flashing if you're not careful. So if you get one of these, just take a razor and scrape that flashing off. There is some visible, say on the A-arms and in areas where you're probably not going to put your fingers, and so I really wouldn't worry about those, but just go ahead and scrape that flashing off. All the plastic is very flexible, extremely flexible, which probably keeps it from breaking. Like I said, this was extremely durable yesterday. We didn't break anything. We didn't have a screw back out or anything. It just kept on running. It does come with CV axles, metal CV axles, and ball bearings. They're 12 millimeter hex for the wheels. Like I said, they gave you a spare wheel, so if you do break one of these wheels, you got an extra one. Kind of cool, I guess. I did take off this cover here. They're 48 pitch gears, so, and I think it has a metal pinion on there and a plastic spur gear. So decent little car for $100. You really can't go wrong with this car. I was kind of laughing at it when we got it, thinking, oh, that thing's, you know, it's an Amazon piece of junk. But the more we run it, the more we kind of enjoy running it. It's a lot of fun, and you really can't go wrong for $100. The question is this a hobby grade RC? And I would say that it is. Your screws are not even like your typical Tamiya screws. They're not your standard screws. They're kind of like what you'd get, say, if you bought an RC car at Walmart. But I'm not going to say this car is that cheap, because it really is a decent RC car. This is way better than anything you're going to get at Walmart. And if you're looking to get a first RC car for somebody, this would be a really good choice. I think they'd have a lot of fun with this thing. Anyway, guys, that's a quick review of this little DeeRC. Pretty little car. Pick one up if you're looking for something that's cheap and affordable, and you can beat the heck out of it and not worry about it. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in, and check back.